What news? Now the tornado season has officially begun. We learned how to stay safe when the weather takes a turn for the worst.
Plus, a bill clears the state Senate that changes that could be coming soon to Missouri roads.
And then we visit a local cat cafe that's helping find homes for rescue cats.
Those stories and more coming up on Lindenwood News.
Welcome to Lindenwood News. I'm Nicole Schaefer.
And I'm Kay Copeland.
Whether you love weather reporting or don't, staying prepared for severe occurrences is one thing everyone needs to be aware of. Being prepared for natural disasters has its benefits, as it can save you money and time from having to file insurance claims, lowers the risk of death, and protects your property. According to Washington University, St. Louis, due to Missouri's unique topography of being extremely flat and towards the middle of the country, it is prone to getting both warm Gulf Coast winds and parts of cold northern Arctic blasts. Because of those factors, Missouri also tends to experience a lot of tornadoes, heat waves, thunderstorms, and flooding. The Are You Ready guide by FEMA is designed to educate and empower Americans on disaster mitigation. So here are a few general guidelines everyone can follow. Firstly is to know your insurance coverage. Be sure that your plan includes not just damage to your house in tornadoes, but covers even hail and medical liability. Next, you should have copies of all important documents, like birth certificates, social security cards, and medical records. Create an emergency fund as well should you be unable to work. Thirdly, have an emergency supply kit that has at least 2 weeks worth of food and water for each family member, including any pets. Regarding pets, ensure you are aware of hotels and other lodging that allow animals if your home is unsafe to return to. Lindenwood students receive rave alerts to their emails automatically and can opt in for text alerts. These alerts detail the type of weather, actions to take, and where to go for updates. Those who may be curious for a specific policy regarding natural disasters can go to the university website, click Campus Security under the Student Life tab, and then scroll to find the basic emergency action plan. Whether it's clear and sunny or dark and rainy, it pays to be safe.
Missouri lawmakers are considering legislation that would raise speed limits on rural highways from 70 to 75 miles per hour. But the question persists as to whether the change would help or hurt road safety.
With all the safety devices, lane departure, adaptive cruise, blind spot alert, airbags, side curtain airbags, crash assist, I think this is something that we need to do. I think it invites better flow of traffic.
The bill, sponsored by Senator Jamie Berger, passed the state Senate earlier this month with bipartisan support. It now moves to the Missouri House for consideration. Lawmakers have attempted similar changes several times over the past 5 years, but those bills failed to pass. The Missouri Department of Transportation says speed is already a major factor in crashes across the state. The agency says about 1/3 of fatal crashes in Missouri involve excessive speed, more than both impairment and distraction.
They make it 75, they're going to go 80 to 85. Big trucks can't stop as it is, let alone if you give them that much more speed, they really can't stop.
If passed, the bill would only change speed limits on roads currently designated 70-mile-per-hour zones. In a statement, MoDOT cites research indicating that, quote, increasing the speed limit from 70 to 75 miles per hour increases the necessary braking distance by 90 feet. From a safety perspective, if speed limits are 75 miles per hour, the state should expect to see an associated increase in fatalities and serious injuries.
Lindenwood fraternity Delta Tau Delta recently hosted a Shazam night to raise money for diabetes treatment. Art photographer Chase Cuddy was at the event and spoke to members of the fraternities in attendance.
We're here at the LUCC, the Lindenwood Cultural Center, and we're having our annual Shazam night, where we have 14 teams facing off to win prizes by guessing music. I mean, it really boils down to just a bunch of different campus organizations sent a group out, just having a good time, making teams, and we're doing just a various round-robin tournament to see who can name the most songs. And at the end, we're raising money for charity. End of the day, the winners get a prize.
That is correct. So Breakthrough is an amazing organization. They are helping people of all ages with type 1 diabetes, from infants to the elderly. They raise millions of dollars a year, and we are happy to contribute to that. It's like, I grew up with a bunch of people back in my hometown. They're pretty much like family to me, and over the years, like, her friend's mom, she had type 1, and then my friend eventually got type 1.
Yeah, so I know someone told me earlier they already beat the goal of last year, so I think it's pretty cool. They're giving a lot of money just to help with type 1 diabetes, and I think that's pretty cool. I had a little sweep going on at the start. It was doing pretty good, but I'd probably say that's my favorite part, being up there, having a good time.
All right, and your Shazam 2026 champions, the 8 count.
Two people are dead and dozens are injured after a plane and a fire truck collided at New York's LaGuardia Airport Sunday night. A law enforcement source says the deceased are the pilot and the co-pilot of the Air Canada regional flight from Montreal. The two people who were in the truck are in stable condition, she adds. The Port Authority says the vehicle is one of its aircraft rescue and firefighting trucks. They say it was on the runway to respond to an incident on another plane. Flight Radar 24 indicates the incident happened shortly after the plane landed. It shows the aircraft was going more than 100 miles per hour when it made contact with the truck.
More than a month has passed since the start of the partial government shutdown. Among those affected, airport security workers who are not getting paid during this funding standoff. And that's causing travel-related headaches and long lines nationwide. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents will be at 14 different airports helping with crowd control. TSA workers haven't been getting paid because of the partial government shutdown, causing many to call in sick or quit, resulting in lines significantly longer than usual. Officials say more than 450 TSA agents have resigned since the government partially shut down.
Regular gas now averages $3.96 a gallon, according to AAA. That's the highest since August 2022. In 2022, gas prices went even higher to a record $5.02 a gallon. The U.S. war with Iran is causing one of the worst oil crises in recorded history. The head of the International Energy Agency says it's worse than two infamous shortages in the 1970s. Statistics from the Rapidan Energy Group show the current disruption has also outpaced the 1950s Suez crisis. The price of Brent crude remains high, despite dropping Monday morning.
March Madness returned to St. Louis for the first time since 2016 over the weekend, as the first and second rounds of the men's NCAA basketball tournament took place at the Enterprise Center and didn't disappoint.
This is Gapaluga. Graves elevates. Buries it. 2.4.
The weekend started off with a March moment as Allen Graves buried a three to give Santa Clara the lead before Otego Away drilled a three-pointer as time expired to send the game to overtime, where Kentucky would go on to win 89-84 and advance to play Iowa State. The number 2 seeded Cyclones opened the weekend by rolling past Tennessee State 108-74, while Purdue did the same against Queens with a 104-71 win with Braden Smith, making history, becoming the NCAA leader in career assists. Mizzou also took the floor in St. Louis as the atmosphere felt like a Tigers home game, but the 10-seeded Tigers were outlasted by 7-seed Miami 80-66, ending their season. In the second round, Iowa State dominated Kentucky 82-63, and Purdue knocked off Miami 79-69 to punch their tickets to the Sweet 16. Over 100,000 fans filled the seats over the weekend as the Madness returned to the Lou for the first time in a decade.
Cat Zen Cafe and Lounge has become hosting and adopting outcats for more than 3 years. Our photographer, Olivia Spivali, spoke with the cafe's manager about how the business is making a difference in the community.
We have had about close to 400 adoptions this weekend since we've opened. And then Cats and Cafe opened end of November 2022. It gives a great opportunity for people who are looking to bring cats into their home to come in and interact with the cats, see if any fit their vibe for their home, and then potentially adopt them. A lot of people think you have to want to adopt to come in. That's not the case at all. We have tons of people who their kids want to come and hang out. They might be allergic, so they bring their kids in for a little bit. We have lots of groups coming out to hang out. A lot of students come in to study just to hang out and de-stress. So there's lots of things to do other than to adopt. We partner with Smelly Cat Rescue. They find these kitties. They could be in the feral community. Some are owner surrender. Some are pulled off euthanasia lists. Kind of just depends what the need is at the time. We have 2 cats that have been here the longest. Gravy and Patty. They've both been with us a little bit before Christmas of 2024. Sweet babies. They just are a little bit more shy. We partner with Kitty Town Coffee. They're women owned, they're a small business, they create great coffee, and every bag bought helps shelter kitties as well. So we really feel like we're helping give back in that way too, so that's cool. We all want the cats to find homes, and I think that's our greatest factor. Finding homes for the cats, finding good homes for the cats, and just getting to be a part of their rescue story.
Gravy and Patty are available for adoption, and you can visit them along with the other adoptable cats at Cat Zen Cafe and Lounge. Make a reservation online at catzenlounge.com or walk in to hang out with these cats or set up an adoption appointment. Support of any kind helps these kitties find a home.
That's it for this edition of Lindenwood News.
Thanks for joining us.